Great, welcome friends, happy Monday. Today's focus is going to be on core. So we'll do some movement and activities to warm up the body. We'll do some standing core work, seated, lying down. And as always, know that you have the freedom to do as much or little as you want. Today's prop will be a pillow, ideally a couch pillow. The ones from beds are a little bit too big. And we're going to get started. The playlist is linked. So we're going to hit play and Common Ground tune in vibes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you have the first 2 minutes freestyle, whatever you need. I would recommend maybe finding some child's pose or shell stretch. If there's any other shapes that you want to take, if you just want to lie down on your back, feel free to do so. Having your pillow close by for whenever you are ready. And up to you if you want to find stillness or movement right off the bat. Start to drop down into your body. Maybe deepen your breath. And take in this moment where there's nothing that is required of you, there's nothing you need to do. Noticing not only how your body feels, but maybe also how your heart feels, maybe how your head feels. And then when you're ready, take a big, gentle breath in through your nose. And then exhale out your mouth. Bring yourself on up into a tabletop position. And you're going to take that pillow and place it on your back. So kind of middle of your back here. And then maybe you want to start to find your bird dog. So keeping one knee down on the ground, extend one leg out long, opposite arm reaches out. Take a big breath in, reach your fingers and toes a little further away. And as you exhale, curl and round. Try to bring that elbow knee closer together. Yes, good. Go a couple more times here on your own. Ooh. So by placing that pillow on your back, it just starts to wake up that core a little bit more, requires a little more stability. And now if this feels okay, maybe you'd like to actually, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but hover your toes off the ground. You could start with drawing your knee in and extending it here, trying to keep your shin parallel with the ground on that foot that's on the ground. Ooh. And then maybe you want to challenge yourself, floating your opposite hand off again. Whew. Okay, here we go. Last one. Lower back down, nice. And then when you're ready, switching sides, shifting the weight into the opposite knee. Extending your leg long, pointing your toes, opposite arm reaches out. Take a big breath in, try and reach further away, opposite sides of the room. As you exhale, curl and round, elbow to your knee. Inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, curl and round. Continue to find a lift through your lower core. If that pillow falls off, not to worry, just reset it. All right, a couple more times here. You may bring that hand back down, floating your knee off the ground, and then play around with straightening out the opposite leg, drawing it in. And again, you could challenge yourself, floating your opposite hand off the ground. Go for 3, 2, Last one, stretch it out, draw it in, knees go down wide apart. Shift your hips back. You can keep that pillow on your back because we will be coming back to a similar shape. Coming back to your breath. Warming up that body. Then bring yourself back on up. Stretch your legs further behind. Lower yourself down onto your forearms, coming into forearm plank. From here, you might want to rock on your heels, stretching them further back and a little bit forward. Kind of like you're sawing your shoulders over your elbows. And this pillow will give you that immediate feedback, so you'll notice if you're dipping down way too far, because it'll slide down on your legs, or to fall off your back if you are pushing your bum too high. Stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, move that pillow off to the side, stretch back into a shell stretch here or child's pose. Good job. Come back on up to tabletop, tuck your toes, push back, down dog. And pedal out your heels. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, you can begin that now. Audible inhales in and out through your nose. Walk your feet up towards your hands, forward fold. And grab opposite elbow, sway it side to side. Bend your knees as much as you need to bring your fingertips down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Clasp your hands at your low back. Draw your elbows a little closer together. Good. Send your bum back. Weight is heavy in your heels. Try and lift your chest up just a little bit more. And then exhale, forward fold. Maybe reach the tops of your hands up towards the ceiling. Hands back on your low back. Release your fingertips down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back down and long. Lower your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Low lunge. 3 big sweeping motions. Reach your fingertips further back. And then down, forward, back up. And take up space here. So know that your arms don't just have to stay in line with your mat. You can open them really wide out to the sides. Let's just a couple more times. It feels so good for the shoulders and chest. One more. Fingertips come back down. Push back into your down dog. Right away, inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, knee in towards your chest. Plant your right foot behind your right hand. Lower your left knee. Inhale, arms reach up, low lunge. Settle in here. And again, a big sweeping motion, reaching back and forward. And keep a generous bend in that front knee here. Move with your breath. One more time. Fingertips down, push back, down dog. Step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Clasp your hands at your low back, opposite thumb on top. Stretch your hands further back to the wall behind you. Toes are light. Send your bum a little bit closer down to the ground and reach your chest up a bit. And then exhale, forward fold. Hands back down onto the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step, jump, float, high plank. Option, lower your knees. Stay here for the in-breath. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay for 3 breaths. Optional child's pose if you want. Feel free to pedal out your heels. If you're listening to a playlist, maybe you can jam out a bit. When you're ready, inhale, left leg reaches high. Exhale, knee in towards your chest. Inhale, reach it back, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, stretch back. Last one in. Exhale, pardon me. And then plant your left foot in the middle of your mat. Pivot your right foot down. Inhale, warrior 2. And maybe you need to widen your stance a little bit. Maybe you need to shorten it. I want you to play around with where your upper body is in space. So you can bring it forward or back. Maybe find a little bit of a side bend in one direction and then the other. And then reach forward, straighten out through your front leg. Left hand rests lightly on your left leg. Right arm reaches up, triangle. And then keep pushing your right hip forward. Imagine your body in between 2 panes of glass here. Maybe you want to reach your right arm overhead so your bicep is closer towards your ear. And if you need more of a core challenge, you could reach that left arm up so it's matching the right. Whew. Not today for me. Inhale, bend back deeply into your left leg. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground. Push back, down dog. Inhale, high or low plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Shift the weight into your left foot. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Maybe you can boop your nose to your knee. Inhale, reach it back, 3-leg down dog. Exhale, draw it in, curl and round. Inhale, stretch it back. Last one, exhale. Plant your right foot middle of the mat, left foot down. Inhale, warrior 2. And again, adjust your stance. And come back to your breath. And then same thing, play with space with your torso. Lean it more over your right leg, reaching it back. So the small little movement here is also warming up our obliques, which is helping us keep our trunk stable and steady. And finding a little bit of movement. Next time you reach that right arm far forward, keep it there, straighten out your right leg. Right hand down, left arm up, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Same option if you want. Left arm could reach up overhead, your bicep towards your ear. Maybe that right arm floats off. And maybe it doesn't. Try to open your chest up a little bit more towards the ceiling. When you're ready, bend back deeply into your right leg, warrior 2. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the ground. Push back right away, high or low plank. Lower down onto your forearms. And again, that sawing motion, go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shell stretch. Knees go wide, shift your hips back. Rest your forehead down. Allow your stomach to be really soft here. Bring your hands a little bit more forward. Tuck your toes, push back, down dog. Big toes Dutch. Deeply bend your knees, step, jump, float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms reach up, gaze goes up. And then exhale, hands down through heart center, back beside. All right, so grab your pillow again. I hope I adjusted the height this time so I'm not your headless horseman. Pillow is in your hands. Shift the weight. Let's start on the right side today. Shift the weight into your right leg. And then try and see what will happen is those right toes will want to turn out. Try and keep them pointing forward. And then grip down through the outer arch of your right foot. So it's kind of like a this motion to give you really good stability through your right leg. Soft bend in your right knee. Pillow is at your chest to start. And then open your left foot out over towards the left side. Turn your toes slightly down. So it's really your ankle bone that's trying to point up and away. From here, reach that pillow up straight ahead. Trying to keep that right side of your body in a straight line. Yes, so engagement through that left oblique right here in the side of your body. And then maybe you start to angle your chest, in line with that left leg. Feel free to stay here. Or if you want, maybe you draw your knee in and you touch that pillow to your knee. Inhale to reach it out, stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, knee to pillow. Keep going here. The slower you go, the harder this will be. And know that if you fall, that's okay. This is part of the practice. 2 more times. Oof. Last one. This time, reach and extend. Can you try and bring your biceps a little more in line with your ears? And then reach that left foot a little bit higher. And then find 3 really small circles with your left heel. Good. And then change directions of those circles. Come back on up. Stand your left foot next to the right. Whew. Give a little bit of a shake. Good job. Shift the weight into your left foot. Really grip the mat like you're going like this. Trying to section all your toes down. Pick up your heel. Push down through the outer arch of your left foot. Right, so you've got a really good base in the bottom of your foot. Pillow at heart center. Right leg floats up. Pillow reaches up overhead. Yes. Stay where you are. Try and lift a little bit higher through your right inner thigh. And then maybe angle your chest here. Good. Remember to breathe. Try and straighten out your arms a little bit more. Turn your toes slightly down. Good. Knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch and extend. Curl and round. Inhale to reach. Exhale, draw them in. Inhale, stretch it back. 2 more times. Exhale. And inhale. Last one, draw it in. Extend it out. Reach up a little bit higher. 3 tiny little circles with your right heel. Change directions. And then right foot back down to meet the left. Give a little bit of a shake. Turn to face the front of your mat if you aren't already. Shift the weight into your right leg and extend your left leg out straight. So coming into warrior 3. Maybe you want to reach that pillow out as a counterbalance. And then you're going to bring the pillow into your right hand. Reach it back. Left hand's going to grab it. It's making circles here with that pillow. And know if you knock your plants or your furniture, that's totally cool. So a variation of swimmers of passing the pillow forward and back. Try and lift up a little bit higher with your left heel. 2 more times. Woo. Last one. Good. And then stand yourself back on up. Give it a shake. So a really cool fact, as we start to age, we lose our bone density, right? We already knew that. But when you practice standing balancing poses, this actually increases your bone density or slows it down from deteriorating. So especially right now, knowing how much sitting we're doing, just get around, play around, stand on one foot. Push your foot forward and back. You'll notice that when you aren't doing as much standing or walking around, going from meeting to meeting, you'll start to notice difference. Okay, ready? Second side, shift the weight into your left foot. Start to tip and hinge from your hips. Straighten out that right foot behind you. I know for some people that foot's gonna be way up high, for others it's gonna be down here. You can always keep your toes on the ground as well. Finding a space that works for you here today on this Monday. Reach that pillow up, into the left hand, back and around, switching in the right. And then you choose your speed here. You go with what's gonna work for you. Two more times. And last one. Stand it up, move that pillow out of the way, shake it out. And I should clarify, I said that it promotes your bone density. There's no way of making our bone density more. It's just slowing down how fast it deteriorates. Stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, come into your chair. Clasp your hands at your low back. Draw your hands down your tailbone. Gaze goes a little bit higher. Weight is in your heels. Reach your hands up and back. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Hands reach up towards the ceiling. Keep your hands clasped. Shift the weight into your left foot. Step your right foot back down and long. Your choice, you could have your right knee lifted or lowered. And when you're ready, chest comes up. And then open your arms wide, reach them up, high or low lunge. Use your exhale, right fingertips come far off your mat to the right side, left arm reaches up. And again, back knee lowered or lifted. Three really big circles with that left arm in the air. Left fingertips come back down. Plant your palms, step back, high or low plank. Lower yourself halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big toes touch, deeply bend your knees, step, jump, float, feet to hands. Right away, inhale, come into your chair. Hands at your low back. Stretch them down and back. Shift your bum farther behind to the wall behind you. Shift your weight into the opposite foot. Step your left leg down long. Knee can be lifted or lowered. Open up through your chest a little bit more, maybe a tiny little back bend. Release your grip. Reach those arms up high. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, left fingertips far off mat to left side. Right arm reaches up. Again, stillness or three big circles here. Right hand down, left hand back on your mat. Push back, high or low plank. Big breath in. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come back into your high plank. Stay up on your hands. An option to lower the knees here. We're gonna do a little bit of core work, as if we haven't already. So from here, find your way into mountain climbers. So whether you're listening to music or not, maybe find a beat or find a flow or tempo that's gonna work for you. And know that if you wanna be down on your knees, lifting one leg up and then the other, we'll try and shift your weight more forward. That works. That's a very, very similar movement. You still find that engagement through your core. Stay here, remember to breathe. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Optional, hold your plank here. We have 2 more variations, or come into child's pose for 3 breaths. Choosing what you want here in your body. Bringing yourself back on up. Gather your knees underneath you. So again, you could be here in a low plank or up on your tiptoes. Same thing, we're gonna do opposite elbow to opposite knee. So again, from knees, you can still find these knee drives in a variation of mountain climber, just making sure when that knee comes down, it's not creeping up too much because you won't have room for the movement. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 breaths, high plank or child's pose. Meeting back in your high or low plank. Last variation, stepping your right elbow to the outside, bring your knee to your elbow. Sorry, it's not really a step, but just sending it up. Mountain climbers, wide variation. Engagement through your oblique. And again, option here from your knees. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Child's pose, shell stretch. I don't know about you, but I am sweating. Maybe walk your hands over towards the right, sending your left hip back. Back through center, over towards the left. And then back through center, bringing yourself back on up to tabletop. Tuck your toes, push back into down dog. Weight goes into your right foot. Inhale, left leg reaches high. And then exhale, draw that knee in towards your chest. Bring it over towards your right elbow. Turn your chest towards the right. And then extend your left foot out long. So the outer arch of your left foot's down on the ground. Left hand more towards the top of your mat. And then open up, coming into fallen triangle. So if you have any shoulder injuries, you could find this one here where that knee's actually down on the ground. Takes a lot of weight out of your shoulder, more into your legs. Or if you're requiring more, you want a little bit more, you could take your wild thing and flip it around, open up into, sorry, from your fallen triangle, open up into wild thing. But again, if you have any shoulder injuries going on, skip this one. And then whatever variation you're in, try to open your chest up a little bit more towards the ceiling. Maybe close your eyes, deepen your breath. Come back through center, bring your right hand down, left hand over towards the left side, push back into your down dog. Shift the weight into your left foot. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, draw that knee in towards you, over towards your left elbow. Straighten out your right leg towards the left side. Right hand a little more forward towards the top of your mat. And then open up over towards the left side. Again, same option to bring that right knee down. Or if you want to find a little bit more of a wild thing, go for it. Whichever shape you're in, this time try and lift your hips a little higher. And then look down to your right hand, left hand comes back. Push back into down dog. Ripple forward into your high or low plank. And then lower yourself all the way down on your stomach. Well done. You're gonna take your pillow. You're gonna place it kind of underneath your chest or something for your head to rest on. And then wiggle your hips so you can bring your knees wider apart. From here, bring your heels to touch, like you're clicking your heels. Up. And then try and extend your knees further back. So really lengthening out through your front hip flexors here. And by finding this length, you might actually be able to lift your knees off the ground, just hovering an inch or two. Pillow's there to rest your head down on it. Grip it to give a little more support. And then finding tiny little movements, bringing your heels up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Okay, go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your legs down long, sway your hips a bit side to side. Good. We're going to do that one more time, working on strengthening our backs using our glutes as well. So adjust the pillow. Maybe you want it further out in front of you or closer up. Bring your heels to touch. And then try and stretch your legs further back behind. And again, when you're ready, try and push your hip bones or your pubic bone down into the ground to find this lift. Up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Hold, hold, hold. Try and reach a little bit higher. Bring your knees wider apart. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Sway your hips side to side. Good job. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and down. Open up through your chest. Bring your chest halfway down. Tuck your toes. And then come to sit on your bum. You're going to take your pillow and then place it in between your ankles and your shins. Lie yourself on down. Rest your head down. Your choice. You can have your hands down by your side or you can have them behind your head. I would recommend have your hands down beside you to give you a little bit of support. And then try to imprint your low back into the ground. This will signal for your transverse abs to fire up here to find that internal lift. Flex your feet, squeeze the pillow, take a big breath in. And then exhale, lower your pillow 45 degrees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale again, lower 45 degrees. Exhale, bring it back up. So finding these leg raises with control. And then you choose a distance. So I know that for some, the further you go, you'll start to get like that clicking sensation in your hips. You'll start to hear it click. And that's a ligament going over the bone. So for some, that's not a fun sensation. So hey, guess what? This right here, that's still finding that abdominal engagement without taking all of it into your hips. So find 8 more on your own. You choose how far you want to go. Matching movement with breath. Halfway there. One more. Good. Draw the pillow in towards you. Knees in, give yourself a little bit of a breather. And then take that pillow, place it behind your knees, and then try and grip it down with your legs. Imprint your low back into the ground. Hands are close beside you. And now grip that pillow with your legs and then tap your toes down on the ground. Knees back in towards you and then tapping your toes. So you can stay here. This is great engagement through those upper abdominal muscles. Or if you want to take this down into your lower core, you could also find a lift of your hips on the way up. So finding that reverse crunch. And know that if you experience any sensations in your low back, we've already done quite a bit so far today. So only go as far as you want. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Draw your knees in, give them a squeeze, rock side to side. Good job. And then take that pillow, last final one, place on top of your shins, and then stretch your legs further away. This time, interlace your hands behind your head, cradle your head, and then start to lift your chin up, drawing it in towards your chest. Now again, knit your lower abdominals, imprint your low back into the ground. And just like what we did when we were sawing through our shoulders in plank, of sending your shoulders forward and back an inch or two, doing the same thing here with your legs. Movement is slow and controlled. Final push before the end. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Push your low back down. 2, 1. Good. Move that pillow out of the way. Draw your knees in towards you. Awesome job. Keep your right knee drawn in. Extend your left leg down long. And draw that right knee in towards you. Maybe bring it over and across into a gentle twist. Option for that left leg to be down straight, or you could bend it, stacking your knees. And hey, guess what? You got that pillow. You can also place your pillow in between your knees as well. You got that pillow in between your legs, moving out of the way. It's time drawing that left knee in towards you. Extend your right leg down long. And then when you're ready, bring that left leg over and across, choosing your twist. An option for the pillow between your knees. And then bringing your knees back through center. And making your way into your final shape, unless there's any other movements you want to take. Heck, you could get real comfy. You could place that pillow underneath your head. You could have your legs out straight and then have the pillow behind your knees, especially if your low back is feeling a little bit tender. Good. just get real comfy. You can lie down on your side. We'll be here for about 3 minutes, so choosing an option that's going to work best for you today. So starting to deepen your breath. Maybe introducing some movement into your body. And then making your way up to a tall, comfortable seated position. Once you've made your way to seated, use your inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale, slide them down along your back. 2 more times, big sweeping motion, breathing in. And exhale, soft drop. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Hands in any shape that represents any in the practice for you. 1 final breath, inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. If you have any questions, let me know. I think because I'm having to admit people and they're not allowing for the waiting room, I'm going to add a password. Password will be yoga, all lowercase, but I'll have Janessa put a communication out. So that will be happening on Wednesday. And I look forward to seeing you all then. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, any feedback, just let me know. Thanks so much, friends. Take care.